Shabbat Shalom. In this week's parsha, Parshat Mishpatim, we find the immortal words of the Jewish people, Naaseh V'nishma. When God says to the Jewish people, will you accept this Torah? They say, Naaseh, we will do it. V'nishma, and then we'll seek to understand what it's all about. What a strange declaration. The Midrash has put these following words in God's mouth. Who taught the Jewish people these words, the words of the angels? How could they accept without first seeking to understand? The Talmud tells a story of a Roman who comes to one of the rabbis and says, what an impetuous people. How can he accept an agreement without understanding the terms of that agreement? Many years ago, I heard the following insight on a Midrash. The Midrash says like this, that God did not give the Torah to the Jewish people first. He went around to all the other nations and said, will you accept the Torah? First nation said, what's in it? God says, thou shalt not murder. Says, no, can't do it. That's part of our tradition. Went to another nation and said, what's in it? Thou shalt not steal. Said, no, that's part of our culture. We can't buy into this. They went to another nation and said to them, what's in it? Thou shalt not commit acts of sexual immorality. Said, no, too hard, not interested. Finally, God comes to Am Yisrael and says, will you accept my Torah? The Jewish people say, Naaseh V'nishma. Now, this is very strange. Because the Jewish people are known to be Am Kasher Oref, very stubborn. God himself testified to this. Moses himself testifies to this. We are known as a stubborn people. We don't accept anything. We question. The entire Talmud, the oral tradition, is based on questions, answers, not accepting the rules, questioning everything. Where do you get that from? Show me the source. We did not accept anything. And yet, for the Torah, we said, Naaseh V'nishma. How can it be? We'll accept without even understanding what's in the contract. Now, it could be that the Jewish people learned their lesson and said, we're not accepting anything afterwards. True, you can argue that. But I believe what is happening over here is the key to understanding what Torah is all about. Torah comes to challenge us and says, I know what your natural proclivity is, what you naturally are drawn towards. Are you able to overcome it and rise? So the nation that loves to murder says, not interested, can't do it. The nation that says, I will challenge everything you have to say. I will take apart your arguments, justify for me, argue for me. This nation, without even batting an eyelid, says, Naaseh V'nishma. We'll take it, and then we'll seek to understand what it's all about. The Jewish people were the only nation at that time that said, yes, we are willing to dedicate ourselves to improving ourselves, to becoming the best versions of ourselves. And Naaseh V'nishma, you tell us, we'll do it, then we'll seek to understand. And the term Naaseh V'nishma will become the catchphrase of the Jewish people throughout history and the way we educate our children. Naaseh, do this. I don't understand yet. Don't worry. Just do it first. Trust us. In the same way as Jewish people trusted God when we received the Torah, we trust our parents to give us the guidance and advice when we are young. And then we start asking the questions. Let me understand what is going on over here. And if you look at the Hebrew word mitzvah, it is actually composed of this exact principle of Naaseh V'nishma. Naaseh, do it, sav, in the middle. And then nishma. Let's try to understand it. Let's ask the question ma. If you look at the word mitzvah, it's spelled mem, tzadi, vav, hey. Tzav means command, in the middle. And on the outside you have a mem and a hey, forming the word ma. The purpose of the whole experience is to try and learn, is to not only do, but seek to understand what it is that we are doing. And this will take a lifetime of study. Am Yisrael stood at the foot of Mount Sinai and answered the call of God by saying, Naaseh V'nishma. We are willing to accept your Torah, to grow as a people, and understand and seek to understand what it is that you want to teach us. It has been a love affair that transcends generations. And now, on this Shabbat, it's a chance for you to answer that question. Are you willing to accept the commands and then seek to understand what they're about? Naaseh V'nishma. Shabbat Shalom.